Vortex?
Yeah.
Uh-uh.
We had a weird vortex here, man, when I first moved over here in 2019, man. When we had the ice storm.
Oh, yeah?
Temperature was down to minus 36.
Yeah, I remember that.
Okay. I didn't have no stove, no refrigerator. All I had was a microwave. It was so cold, that's why I was putting my food at outside in the backyard.
Hell yeah.
But anyway, CJ come over here. CJ was a dirty, nasty, stinky, smelly motherfucker, man. He was grimy.
Yeah.
So when he was telling me shit, I tended not to believe him, man. He said she was a freak. He said she had some guy living there with her. She go to work, come home, caught him in, had a girl in their bed, all that goddamn fucking shit.
Yeah.
Said her and CJ, then he said him and her started talking for a while. But when she found out he smoked crack, she had to take two with it. That's what he told me.
Well, you know what?
He said she was real fucking funny and strange, man.
Well, you know, after you told me that CJ was evicted over there because they've been letting him get by with paying the rent
Oh, yeah.
all that time, and he finally got thrown out for the bed bugs, you know. And Rod and Becky been lying about how they got this building and all.
He did put out about the bed bugs. Look, the opposite building across from you.
Yeah.
I told you the old man was the owner. I can't think of his name. It might have been Steve.
Right.
Elderly. All of them. None of them was paying their rent in
Right.
that building. None of them.
Right, but he wasn't doing nothing about it.
Right. The old man didn't do shit about it. Ryan told me this himself. Said the motherfuckers had paid him rent in like 3 or 4 fucking years, man.
What?
Yeah. When the old man had the building, yeah.
Right.
He bought the building from the old man, and then the old man owned another building where they weren't paying rent. Somewhere around here. He said he bought the building from the man to, help him out, bail him out.
Right. So what was the deal about?
Then the rest of them started trying to do that shit. He started putting their asses out.
So
CJ had a lot of motherfucking dope boys and hookers over there.
okay, so
And somebody was telling him. He was still trying to do that shit once Rod bought the building.
right.
So he wasn't paying rent. And so, because CJ was a veteran too, but this was even before Rod had got the building, you know what I'm saying?
Right. So
CJ was getting a good check every month, man. CJ got like $1,200 a month.
right.
That's
So
when everybody's rent was only like $400.
so where'd the bed bugs come in?
The bed bug was already there, man. I went over there a couple of times and then I stopped going over there.
Right.
So they was there back in, goddamn it. Let me see, I moved here in March 2019. I'm gonna tell you what really set it off. CJ came over here and he wanted me to do some laundry.
Right.
Come over here with a big ass bag of laundry and like a motherfucking tablespoonful of laundry detergent. So when he left, I had a couple of bed bugs over here. I
Oh.
was wondering where the fuck they came from.
Right.
I didn't bring none here, right?
Right.
So when I went over there, started going over there, because, I told you what I was doing on the hustle, right? I was coming
Yeah. No.
And they was over there.
Right.
The bugs, yeah. My nephew started going over there, and I told him, don't bring them motherfuckers over here with him.
Right.
Yeah, but I seen them over there. That's how the fuck I know.
So Anita told me she was going to help me with that because that's her uncle and shit, And Rod and Becky have told everybody here different stories about how they got that building.
If you had offered Anita some money, she probably would have helped. I wouldn't have offered her. I wouldn't offer her none. I don't think much of her either.
No, she can't be trusted, obviously. But everybody over here has a different version of how Rod and Becky came upon buying this building. Rod told me,
Got the
at
trash out.
well, first thing that Rod said was that Becky inherited this
You
property.
got the trash can out.
No, I ain't nothing in it.
Oh, okay.
Rod said at first he told me that Becky inherited this property, and then later on he said that they bought it for the back taxes, you know, and then.
Unless Becky was related to the old man.
No, her grandfather, she inherited it from her grandfather. And
Well,
that,
like I said, unless her grandfather was the old man that first owned this motherfucker, owned him.
I don't know. They told so many lies, dude, it's hard to tell what's going on. You know, that's the point of what I'm saying. They lied to everybody about how they bought these buildings, you know. They've lied about everything, dude. They're incapable of telling the truth is the point. You know that.
And I heard that he paid somebody told one motherfucker said he paid $300,000 for both the buildings. That's what I heard.
Yeah,
I was like, damn.
and they said,
Wherever, yeah, because first thing I heard, I said, shit, what are you gonna do? Charge him $1,000 per month rent times 12 units?
well, that's
$12,000 a month.
yeah, that's probably one of Rod's exaggeration lies to make everybody feel sorry for him. You know,
Like, you know, 12,000 times 12 is what? That's over $100,000. Then when I heard that, I said, oh, okay, you gonna charge $1,000 a month, and then have it get paid off in like 3 years.
Well, he tells everybody that the first contractor that came in here to do the restoration, because both buildings were burnt, you know.
No, they weren't.
Both of them have fires.
No, they didn't. Only your building.
Okay, well then there's another lie right there.
Yeah, the one across. Come on, man, the one across from you, where you used to stay.
Yeah.
All of them wasn't nothing wrong with them motherfuckers, cause they was all full.
Okay, but there's another lie.
Until Rod bought the fucking building.
Okay, well there's another lie, yet another lie. But here's the thing: when they started renovating this one, Rod says that the contractor walked off with $39,000. They're making all these excuses so they can charge the high rent.
Yeah, I think that's a lie too, man. Because when he first started, well, for one thing, when he said they was going to start, they didn't start. Because he said, I can't even remember when the fuck he first came over there, man. Because I was going to work one day, and he was outside where the field is next to me.
Yeah.
At their house. You know what I'm talking about, next to the alley.
Right.
One that I don't know if it's a man or a woman. What's that name? Jordan and them. He was over there. Then he asked me, he seen me Great Legal, he asked me about the house, my house. I was like, why? Who are you? And he was like, well, really, I'm just wondering about the fence line, because he wanted to cut that shit. He said, would the owner mind if I cut it? I said, are you going to charge him? He said, no. I said, well, trust me.
He won't.
He's not going to care as long as you cut it and you remove it. I said, we don't even have to bother him about that. Which I had talked to my landlord anyway. He's like, yeah, they going to move it for free and all that. But that's how I first met him. And he was that's when he started telling me about the motherfuckers across the way in the building where they was occupied.
Yeah.
Hadn't paid the old man no rent in like 3 or 4 fucking years.
Right.
And he bailed him out. And he was telling me, when he said they was going to start on the gutted building,
Yeah.
they hadn't started on it yet.
Right.
So, me being next door, I seen the progress of that motherfucker, man.
Right.
And when they started, it wasn't no lapse in time. You know, once they got started, they was over there until that motherfucker was finished.
Yeah. Where I live now.
Unless he gave a motherfucker some money.
Right.
Before they started, and that motherfucker never came, and then he got some more money and
Yeah.
another motherfucker.
That's what he said. Yeah, he said that's what happened. They didn't get started because somebody stole $39,000 from them, and they had to refinance it. But I mean,
And as a matter of fact, it was some motherfuckers, contractors that came over there, and I was talking to them, and they was talking about, one of them said he paid $175 for that fucking building.
right,
$175,000.
right, but
The one that was burnt.
that's not back taxes though. You know, like he
I
said.
don't know what it is, but that's where everybody started talking about. Damn, he paid $300, and then the other one, which didn't need too much done to it, you know.
Well, right.
It looked okay.
Hold on.
I was in all them apartments, man, where you first used to stay at.
Yeah.
And wasn't nothing wrong with them motherfuckers. They needed some paint and some shit like that.
Rod
You
said.
know, he didn't bring no shit in. He didn't bring no.
Rod said. Hold on. Rod.
On the refrigerators or.
Rod said that number one. Rod said number one over there where Anita's brother was staying burnt. He said he said that building, both buildings burnt when I moved in here.
Apartments or buildings?
Both of them, the first apartment burnt.
No, they didn't.
Well, I'm just telling you, that's what he told the HUD Vash people. That's what he told my social worker. That's what he told me. He lied to everybody.
Okay, check this. Something else. I've been here since March 1st, 2019, okay?
Right?
The whole time I've been here, no fucking fire department has ever been over here to extinguish a fire in either one of them buildings.
Right.
The building that you in now,
Yeah.
when I first moved over here, that motherfucker had already been on fire. They said years before I moved here. That's what Jordan next door told me.
Right. So
That motherfucker had been gutted for like.
there's nothing that Rod and Becky have said about this property that's true.
And ain't no fire department been over here.
Nothing.
In the 5 years I've been here.
They're defrauding.
Even one of them two buildings.
They've defrauded the tenants. They've defrauded all the fucking government agencies helping the tenants. Man, you know, it really blows my mind that it really shouldn't, but that Karen knew CJ. She swore up and down she didn't know that motherfucker.
Have you had mice in your apartment?
Oh, there's mice in here now.
In your apartment?
Yes, sir.
Now, I remember when CJ was telling me his apartment, this was before
Oh, they were terrible over there. They were terrible over there, and I went around and fucking sealed up all the holes on the outside of the building to keep them from coming in. They stopped coming in.
And they said the motherfuckers across the street, the motherfucker told, I don't know if you know Jamie. It's a white guy, used to stay over there across the street named Jamie.
I don't know anybody in that house over there.
Well, he used to do dope real bad.
Yeah, well,
he got his shit together. Now he working for a plumber, so he done moved out. He got his own place, right?
Right.
But before he moved, he was telling me how they killed 6 mice in one fucking night over there.
Oh yeah.
I don't like the mice, boy. I don't play that shit.
I was killing 4 of them a day when I first moved in here.
Oh my God.
Listen.
We gotta hurry and get the fuck out from over here. Man.
So listen to this though, dude. These fucking, they've defrauded everybody, and I've shown them how they've defrauded the Public Housing Authority and the Dayton VA people. They just called. They gotta leave a message.
You talking about Rod and Becky?
Rod and Becky. They've lied to everybody.
They know somebody, man. Ever did something.
They're police officers. Okay, they're protected. That's the only thing I can see. Because anyways, dude, they you know, they have done everything that you can imagine. They're the most. I never would have dreamed of this 100 days ago, that all this was going on. You know, I mean, I contacted Rod about where the investigation that was going on when my house got burglarized out in Drexel, and he told me that he talked to the detective, and they had the fingerprints. They had the fingerprints from my burglary. So he don't know. I'm not afraid of the police. You know, I went right to that detective. I got it from a good source that you guys already have the uh, um, fingerprints from that. You know.
Yeah.
And the detective goes, well, I don't know who your source is, but they're out of their mind. We don't have the fingerprints. So, anyways, Rod was lying right off the bat, and I knew he was a liar. You know, and you know, but I just didn't want to believe it, I guess, you know. And then, you know, up to 100 days ago, I was defending these people. You know, if somebody said they were a slumlord, I don't know, they're not. Yeah, yes, they are. Yes, they are. They're scumbag. They're scum of the earth. Rod and Becky are scum of the earth. Period. You know that as well as I do.
Yep.
They've lied about everything, dude. Karen, I can't believe she lied about CJ, man. That really blows my mind, and that really pisses me off to some extent because she could have helped. She could have helped me. She could have helped me just like Anita could have helped. You know, that was her uncle CJ that got fucking evicted. You know, about the. She said she was friends with the guy that Rod and Becky bought this building off of on Facebook, and she was going to contact him and get the information. And then all of a sudden, she talked to somebody and stopped talking to me. You know, so she's probably talking to Rod and Becky or something. I don't know. You know, if I had, I got my motorcycle for sale really cheap online right now, so I can hire a private investigator to look into all this, and I'm going to turn all this over. I'm going to turn all this over, and it's not going to be good, you know, because these people, you know, they've destroyed my life. You know, all these agencies are supposed to be protecting me have destroyed my life, and sided with Becky and Rod. You know, when they didn't even know the law about charging veterans on or charging anybody on public housing for extermination. You know, that's in the contract. You're not allowed to do that. So they had to refund carryover in the apartment I used to live in. And they told the guy over here they were going to charge him. I don't know if that's true or not because, you know, I've caught them, you know, talking to him and stuff. I go, every time I would go over there to Carl's apartment, he'd be on the phone with Rod, you know. So, but anyways, the point is I caused them to, I caught them breaking the law, breaking federal regulation and charging veterans, and that's what started all this retaliation. And then the moment that Rod and Becky came over here to my apartment and started banging on the door and telling me to come outside and face them, and that become extortion, dude. You know.
I wish I had been there with my phone. I could have recorded that shit.
Dude, I got it all recorded. I'm holding that. I'm not releasing that anywhere till I get to the final destination. When I get this in district court.
Well, you sound like Captain Kirk. Goddammit, the final destination.
Well, here we go. But listen.
You didn't even let the court see it.
No, dude. Look at the way the police department and the court has covered up for these people. Why do you think I never called the police at first when they were out here pounding on my door and threatening me? You know, I didn't know who I could trust. I know I can't trust the police department because they're going to cover up for their own. You know, so and then when it came to stealing my shed and I finally called the police, look what they did. Exactly what I thought they would do. They covered up for Rod and Becky. You know, the chief of police. The fucking courts, the court let her perjure herself right on the record, on the face of the record in the eviction court, and wouldn't let me you know, I was like, "Hey, was she a perjury? Objection. I'm going to sustain that, you know. It's beyond ridiculous what they've done here, dude. So, you know, this is being investigated by programs, OIG in Washington, D.C. You know, and I mean, I can't be blamed for not having any confidence in anybody because nobody's done anything so far, you know. The OIG of HUD and the OIG at the VA, you know, Veterans Affairs, they've known about this. They've had 3 reports each in the past 100 days, and nobody's done nothing, you know. So, you know, I don't know what the end result's going to be. Hell, you got people stalking outside my apartment, you know, and crank calling me, and I told you about the when I came out of the court, there was a cruiser sitting at the light there, and buzzed that special siren that's not on every cruiser. You know, it's somebody with some authority, and I would bet anything that Rod was sitting in there. You know, that he couldn't be in that courtroom because he's too out of control. His temper, he couldn't keep his mouth shut, and he would have blown the whole thing for him. You know, Becky's sitting right there. Testifying, dude. She only thing missing off her face was horns on her head because she was so mad at me because I dared defy their authority. You know, I'm serious, dude. It's not funny. I mean,
I know you're serious.
you know, I mean, it's just ridiculous, dude. And here I am, you know, I'm trying to get the patient advocate to help. Send somebody out here to help me load this stuff up. My hernia has grown double in size from trying to lift all this stuff and get it out of here, you know.
Are you going to have surgery, man?
I don't trust them to do surgery on me, dude.
I'm just saying, are you supposed to have surgery?
Yeah, I should have surgery. I'm sure I should, but I don't trust these people. I'm wearing a harness. You know, they gave me a harness to hold the hernia in.
Are you, man?
Huh?
You're not going to die, are you?
I don't know. Who knows? But I wear the harness every time I'm lifting, and it's grown twice in size. And I do these treatments of my own, you know. I do these special enemas, and I drink this medication that probably the only reason I'm still alive. So, anyways, I got to protect myself because you think I'm gonna go out to the VA hospital and let them cut on me?
I mean, I don't know.
Would I go out? These people have destroyed my life, and I'm throwing them under the bus. They're not gonna get a chance. They're not gonna kill me that easy. And I'm not gonna go to any local hospital because you know, as crazy as it might sound, I think, you know, there's a list. If they knew I was getting surgery, I wouldn't live through that surgery. I don't believe that one bit, you know. So I don't trust any of these people, you know. I don't trust that they won't just have one of these career criminals that they know, you know, or career criminal cops come out and just blow my fucking brains out.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it happens every day. So, you know, that's why I make all the videos I make and put them online. So there's a record all over the internet of what's going on, how these people are just, you know, ruining my life and really trying to kill me. I mean, with my health and everything, and the way they've destroyed me financially, they are trying to kill me.
Yeah.
So, you know, I reach out to every newspaper and news station in the nation, and nobody gives a damn. They won't give a damn until I'm dead, and they'll be like, oh, look what they did, you know. But they won't tell huh?
You got any kids?
I told you I got 4 kids, and my son was stabbed to death.
I remember the son, okay, so you got a daughter, right?
Yeah.
Do you talk to them?
No, no, because they think that I should just bend over and grab my knees and let these people give it to me. They're brainwashing to thinking that you should just do whatever the government tells you to do. You know, and I'm the bad guy. When I went down there to the county commission meetings and got my child support money that they had stolen and were trying to steal, from me. I got my money back, and they stole. Dude, I talked to my ex, and we were mad at each other for years over this. And come to find out, there's another 10, 20, 30 grand missing that is not unaccounted for. That somebody down there at the family law court got. Somebody in the child support enforcement got, or some politician got that money. Listen, I went down there when my mother died. My mother had custody of my youngest daughter until the day my mom died. And I filed probate to probate my mom's estate, and I found out my mom was dead because my uncle was and his wife, both of my mother's brothers were up there moving everything out of my mother's house for 3 days. And I called up there to tell my mom that my dog had, my mom didn't want my dog that I had back then at her house. And my dog got in trouble, and I let them put him down. And when I called to tell my mom that the dog had been put down and I was coming home, my aunt answered the phone. And she said, "Who is this?" I said, "Who the fuck do you think this is? What's it say on my mother's cell phone?" I did talk to my mom 3 days before, or about a week before. And come to find out, I talked to the neighbors. They've been there for 3 days moving van loads of antiques and guns and everything out of my mom's house. So they took my mother's will. I didn't have the will. My mother had a will. My mom's first cousin told me she had a will. I knew she had a will. She told me she had one. There was insurance to pay the house off. They stole my house. I paid probate court downtown to probate my mom's estate, do it. And they took the money. They made me file it the wrong way. And when I went back down there, they wanted me to pay again. Dude, I lost my mom's house, my mom's bank accounts. Somebody ended up with that money, and there was $20,000 from General Motors insurance that was supposed to go to my youngest daughter that never went to her. So somebody got that. There's got to be, so it would have to be a chain of custody. They would have to either have chain of custody, some order of custody from when my mom died to cash that check, or a lawyer, So they stole 20 grand there. They got me for about $400,000 right then and there in 2006. And they keep me in a perpetual state of homelessness and hunger and penniless, so I can't come after them, you see. And there's not a lawyer. There's no lawyers with any that have any integrity that will fight that for you without a big old down payment, So I don't know where to go here, but there's so much stuff I can put out there about what's going on in my life.
We gotta get your health together.
Well, I'm working on it, dude. I don't want to talk about that. I don't want to talk about that on a digital device, but.
We're talking about Fran, Rod, and Becky.
Yeah, they should be in jail. They should be in jail right now.
Hey, you know what though? I got goddamn this mother. I found my Allen wrenches in this scope. I need a.
Oh, hey, listen. I'm supposed to talk to. I've been trying to get the supervisor of the public housing to call me, and they're not talking to me, dude. I imagine that they're combing through every piece of documentation and every bit of this, trying to find a reason to file charges against me. But I've been very careful, dude. They've got all the correct financial situation, all my financial information. And I've got all the documents that show I haven't broken any laws, dude. I know how these people are, so I know to protect myself. So, yeah. So that's why, I don't say anything on the digital devices that might cause them, you know, give them any reason to come after me. So let's just leave that right there, okay? So, uh, you got me?
Yeah. I
Yeah.
hear you. Yeah, okay.
All right, so I'm gonna run out here to the storage unit and get my glasses. I don't have any glasses or any clothes. I don't have any socks or underwear. I look like shit, dude. You know, I'm not. I'm gonna see who left. See if they left me a message. Um, Out there at the VA. But I'm not. I'm not gonna sit around on my butt anymore waiting on phone calls that aren't coming.
Hey, man.
I went down there to the county commission meeting and made an apology about the way I acted back there when I got my money back in 2017, and I meant every word of that. But all that did is they gave me a bunch of empty promises after the meeting. They were all happy because I made them look good. And they made all these promises, and none of them happened. None of them happened. The lady that Debbie Lieberman put me in touch with, nobody called from her office except for to tell me to contact the people out of the HUD Vash. The people that are doing this, you see what I'm talking about? I mean, dude, they're just, they don't care. They don't care. The lady I talked to, I haven't disclosed her name online or anything like that yet, out of respect for her, because I made her a promise. I keep my promises. You know, it doesn't do me good to complain about somebody doing something that I'm not willing to do myself. So, anyways, it's just the biggest freaking mess I've ever seen in my life. So.
Yeah.
All right, I got to get off here. I got to go do some stuff. Man, I'll talk to you later.
All right.
But thanks for letting me know that Karen knew CJ.
Oh, man, I've been told you that.
Oh man, dude, I've been going.
He said that.
My brain is.
Wait a minute, hold up, man, before you get off the phone, man. Did you specify to her the old man that paid in number?
Yeah, I asked her if she knew. Yeah, I asked her. I asked her if she knew CJ, Anita's uncle, and how he got thrown out of there. I don't know who he is.
I don't know if they uncle. I don't know if they're uncle, they cousins or something.
Whatever they are, I asked Karen.
Man, look, all of them. Look, the one that Fabo, Anita, the one that was in number 2 but moved into number 1 but done moved out.
I already
I
listen.
done seen all them over her. CJ, I done seen all them over Kay's house.
Yeah, I have too. I seen Anita. She was giving Anita a ride.
Went over there the other fucking day.
She was giving Anita.
Yesterday.
She was giving.
Saturday.
God damn, I can't get in a fucking word. I can't get in a. Hey, I seen her giving Anita rides and all that shit.
I done seen all of them over there standing outside on the sidewalk at the fence, all that shit. All of them. CJ, matter of fact, one day I loaned CJ $3. He want to get some dope.
Oh, Jesus.
I go over there, I need my change, like I said when I first moved over here. He went over there. Next thing I know, Miss K came over here to pay me the fucking money, and I wouldn't accept it from her.
Why?
Because it's the principle.
So she's trying to pay the dope head's fucking bill.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Even though it went for $3, and I swear to God, he come over here, borrowed it, I gave it to him. I think it was like a day or 2 days. No, he said, I'll get you in an hour. I knew what it was.
See, that's
I gave
what.
3 hours. Seen him outside. Matter of fact, he was outside over her house.
CJ was
That's why I don't like to fuck with people like
CJ
that.
was in her house.
Huh?
CJ was in Karen's house.
He wasn't in her. He was over there on the front porch.
Oh, okay.
And I went over there confronted. I said, "Where my money at?"
See, that's why I don't.
What
People.
prompted her? You know, she probably said, "What the hell he come over here on my property for?"
Right. See, that's why I don't go over there near that dope house across the street or any of those people. You know.
Yeah, see, I'm gonna be knocking on that motherfucker's door because that motherfucker ain't paid my money yet. I was outside the other day, the motherfucker, he got a goddamn trailer or something hooked up to a fucking regular bicycle, right? He said, "I'm gonna have your money in about half hour." I said, "Put it in the mailbox. Don't ring my doorbell."
Yeah.
So you know, I would have seen him on my camera.
Right.
Motherfucker ain't been over here. That was Saturday. Motherfucker ain't been back over here.
Man. You know, and like I told you, Smith, whatever Smithy, the guy in number one that was over here, that old guy, cripple guy, over there smoking crack and shit, and the guy in number two over here been getting crack somewhere, and he smokes reefer with crack in it, and Jamie's over there smoking crack with him, you know, reefer with crack.
Those are called primos.
Yeah, well, whatever it's called. Anyway, you know, and I'm the bad guy that lives over here. You know,
Right.
I don't go anywhere. I don't have no company. You know, I ain't got no money. I ain't got enough money to buy no dope or nothing like that. You know, oh man, it's just sickening, dude. But I'm the bad guy. You know, that's all right.
Yeah, you need to change your evil ways, man.
Yeah, I know, man. I start, you know, I'll start with that little blonde over there. I don't want nothing to do with her either, because she's nasty, dude. She's nasty.
How about the one people wearing the different wigs?
Yeah, are those wigs or something?
Yeah.
Oh, shit, I didn't know that.
White girl, right?
Yeah, with the pink hair. Pink, yeah.
There, yeah.
They got a
Yeah.
they got a non-stop stream of traffic in and out there of all kinds of characters. Yeah, I don't go anywhere near there. I mean, I walked up there and knocked on the door about that lawnmower that I left out front, and they pushed over there on that property. I was like, "Here you go. Here's the keys to that thing, you know." Yeah, I try to be nice to everybody, you know, but I ain't, you know, I talked to Ken that one time when he came back over and asked him.
All of them, man.
Well, I asked that dude Ken.